Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Bo.
And I'm Win.
And we are trying to budget with Win being a substitute teacher, so he does not get paid 2 months out of the year. He basically has to find part-time jobs, and we are just getting back into the school year.
Huzzah.
So yes, so this is going to be interesting to budget for. We are going to start off. This video is going to be the budget calendar. A lot of people do it in different ways. I got this idea initially from the Budget Mom to keep a calendar to see like visually where your spending is and also see due dates and everything like as they fall. But I do it in a slightly different way because at the same time that we're keeping track of the calendar and how things lay out, we are also keeping track of what comes out of whose bank account because we do not share bank accounts. So if that's something that interests you, stick around. We are going to start with the paydays. So Win gets paid every other Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to go with his pay. Uh-oh. Pin's a little janky.
Get it together, Pen.
So his pay on the 23rd, which he is not actually getting paid on the 23rd because he starts...
The 19th of August.
Well, yes. He starts the 19th of August, which means his first pay is going to be on the 6th, but we're bringing in an old paycheck from the end of the school year on the 23rd, so it's still going to work out. Okay, so his pay, and I get paid on opposite Thursdays, but I align my pay with his so that we can budget together. So we're also going to put her pay right here.
She's such a team player, folks.
You know, we're in this together. Okay, and then also I get my bank account interest on the 23rd every month. So her interest. Sometimes I just put INT because it doesn't really fit that well. But anyway, to the 6th. So on the 6th, we're going to put his pay, her pay, and he gets interest on the 3rd in his savings account, so his interest. Okay, so that is it for inflow. And we're going to get on the categories here. So I color code based on the categories, and also that's how I know what bank account things are coming out of. So what do we have first? What's the first thing that's due? The first thing that's due is the electric bill. Yeah, the electric bill is due on the 27th. So electric. Oh, actually no. Let's put in the kid copays.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Kid
That's
copay.
ongoing.
That's every week. Every Friday he pays the kids copay. Oh, I guess you can't see that. Okay, kid copay. Okay, so there's that, and we got the electric bill in there. And then next, after the 27th, comes the 1st, right? So the 1st is rent and kid insurance. Not spelling that whole thing out. It's not going to fit. Not with how I write. Rent, kid insurance, and YouTube family premium. And then on the 5th is internet. Oh, can you see? Can you see it? Let me do. Okay. So the 5th is internet. And the 7th is S&M. And this never comes out on time because it's like a digital check, so it takes a while to clear. But it doesn't clear on the same day every month, so we just put the actual due date. And then Netflix is also on the 7th. And Netflix just went up, which makes me very sad.
Boo.
Because they got rid of the basic version, so there's that. And then my car wash subscription, which I am going to switch to an annual subscription once I have that money saved. So that is it for bills. We have other bills, the heating bill, his student loans, and the electric bill, but they are coming after this month is done. So this month is going to go from August 23rd to September 19th, because that's 2 full paycheck periods. And those other bills are due after the 19th, so they're not going to be included here, which is great because then he has time.
Yes.
Because the bills basically come out of his account. Okay, so let us get to color coding. So as you can see from the little cheat sheet, inflow is going to be green. So his pay is green, her pay is green, and we differentiate which bank account it is in this case with saying it's his or hers. And then his interest on the 3rd, and yeah, her pay, his pay, and then my bank account interest isn't coming up until the 23rd, so, oh, good grief. I skipped it on August 23rd. Okay. So there's that, and then the next color is his spending. So his spending is this pretty blue. So this is his checking account is blue. So kid copay, electric, kid copay, kid insurance, rent, internet, kid copay, S&M collections, and then kid copay. And oh, I almost forgot. I have a subscription coming out on the 12th. So this is LastPass. It's a password manager that I really like. Oh, why is this pen being stupid? Okay.
Pull it together, pen.
For real.
You have one job.
Okay, so LastPass is due on the 12th, and then my annual car insurance is due on the 8th. Okay. And this is why a calendar is important, so we can look at these things and make it make sense. Okay, so my spending is pink. So YouTube, I pay for that out of my account, out of my checking account. Netflix comes out of my checking account. Car wash comes out of my checking account. And then, because savings spent, see, I made this little key, nothing fancy, obviously, but savings spent is actually highlighted in yellow and written in red when I actually write out the expense. So we are going to get the yellow highlighter for car insurance because I pay that every 6 months, and LastPass because that's once a year. So these are things that I save up for during the year so that when they come up, I can just pay it as is. Now, to be clear, I am going to pay this early. So this is actually going to show up on this earlier paycheck because I use American Family Insurance, and the way they do it is you get a discount for having auto pay, but you can pay it early if you want. And I'm one of those people who uses credit cards, so I use my credit card to get cash back. So I am going to pay early so that the auto pay doesn't end up coming out. I'm going to pay early and then just pay myself back immediately. So that I still get that auto pay discount, but also I get the cash back from my credit card.
Always thinking that, Bo.
Yeah, I try. I try to finesse as much as I can. But yeah, that is it. That is it. That is all. This is the little key if you want to take a look at it. I highly recommend, if anyone is like us and using separate bank accounts, that you have some kind of color coding system so that you can see what's coming out of everyone's bank account, because this is a lot easier, at least for me, to keep track of versus having separate budgets for separate bank accounts. That's the way the Budget Mom does it, is for every bank account gets its own budget, and I just think that's way too much work. Basically. So I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. We budget together. We're in this together. We're just color coding so that we know who is paying for what. If any of this strikes a chord with you, or if you do something similar, let us know. But this is it for the budget calendar.
Yeah. I did just want to say, if any of you are wondering why should you bother with a calendar if the point is just to track numbers, the point of budgeting is to be intentional about what you spend. And if you plan ahead and have a map like this, it's going to make everything much easier. It's going to be easier to keep track of. It's going to be easier to budget. As you know, budget beats broke every time.
And never forget that you deserve financial stability. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.